Hello, English learners. Welcome to English Mastery Hub. I'm Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma. It's so great to have you here with us today.
Hi, Emma. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Alex. Excited to dive into a very practical topic. How about you?
I'm doing really well, thanks. Today we're going to talk about something we all do every day, our daily routines. But first, if you enjoy learning English naturally and confidently, make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment telling us what time you usually wake up.
Yes. And share this lesson with friends who want to improve their English through real conversation.
So, Emma, why is it so important to talk about daily routines in English?
Well, Alex, daily routine questions appear everywhere in casual conversations, job interviews, speaking exams, or even when meeting new people.
Exactly. For example, someone might ask you, what do you usually do during the day? Or what's your typical day like?
And many learners know words like wake up, eat, work, but struggle to connect them naturally in full sentences.
Right. Instead of saying wake up, breakfast, work, sleep, we want to say something like, I usually wake up at 7 a.m., have a cup of coffee, and then start my work or study.
Perfect. That sounds smooth and confident.
In this lesson, we'll cover how to describe your morning routine naturally, how to talk about your work or study routine, how to describe your evening activities using present simple, frequency words, and time expressions, and practicing full dialogue step by step.
By the end, you'll be able to speak about your day clearly and naturally.
So, without further ado, let's start with the morning routine. Okay, Emma, let's start with the morning routine. What do you usually do when you wake up?
Well, I usually wake up at 7 a.m., brush my teeth, wash my face, and make a cup of coffee. Then I check my messages and plan my day. How about you, Alex?
I normally wake up at 6:30 a.m. I start with some stretching exercises, take a shower, have breakfast, and review my emails before work.
That sounds productive. Notice how we use adverbs of frequency like usually and normally. They help your speech sound natural.
Yes, and connecting activities with commas and also makes your sentences smoother. For example, I wake up, brush my teeth, and have breakfast.
Let's do a short practice. Imagine someone asks, "What do you usually do in the morning?"
You can answer, I usually wake up at 6:30, do some stretching, and have breakfast while checking my emails.
Or, I normally wake up at 7 a.m., brush my teeth, drink coffee, and plan my day.
Perfect! You can also add details to make it richer. For example, I have breakfast, usually toast with eggs and a cup of tea.
Yes, that makes your English sound more interesting and fluent.
Another tip is to use time expressions. Words like in the morning, at 7 a.m., or before work help organize your sentences.
Exactly. For example, in the morning I meditate for 10 minutes before taking a shower.
Let's do a short dialogue together. Emma, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 7 a.m., make coffee, check messages, and plan my schedule for the day.
Great! What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Usually, I have toast with eggs and a cup of green tea. Sometimes I add fruit if I have time.
Excellent! Notice how Emma used sometimes to vary frequency words. It makes sentences more dynamic.
You can also use words like always, often, rarely, or never depending on your routine.
Let's summarize useful phrases for morning routines. I usually wake up at, I normally have breakfast at, I always brush my teeth before. Sometimes often I.
Practicing these phrases every day will help you speak naturally about your morning routine.
In the next section, we'll move on to work or study routines, connecting the morning to the rest of the day. Now that we've covered the morning routine, let's move on to the work or study part of the day. Emma, what do you usually do after your morning routine?
I usually start work or study at around 8:30 a.m. I check my emails, attend online meetings, and focus on my main tasks. I normally take a short break at 10:30 a.m.
I do something similar. I usually begin with the most important tasks first, then take a coffee break, and continue working until lunchtime.
Using expressions like I usually focus on, I often attend meetings, or I sometimes take a short break makes your speech sound natural.
Yes. And remember, connecting sentences with and or then helps your routine flow better. For example, I start work at 8:30, attend meetings, and then focus on my tasks until lunchtime.
Let's practice a mini dialogue.
Emma, what do you usually do after breakfast?
I usually start my work by checking emails, then attend online meetings, and sometimes take a short coffee break.
Excellent. Notice how Emma uses usually sometimes, and then to connect actions naturally.
Another tip: add details to make your answers more interesting. For example, I usually work from 8:30 to 5 p.m., focusing on my projects and responding to emails. Sometimes I join a quick team meeting in the afternoon.
Perfect. Adding these details makes your speech richer and more fluent.
You can also vary frequency words to sound more natural. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never.
Let's summarize some useful phrases for work or study routines. I usually start work study at 10. I often attend meetings or classes at 10. Sometimes I take a short break at 10. I always finish my tasks before 10.
Practicing these phrases daily will help you describe your work or study routine smoothly and confidently.
In the next section, we'll move on to the evening routine so we can connect the entire day naturally. Now that we've covered work and study, let's talk about the evening routine. Emma, what do you usually do after work?
I usually finish work around 5 p.m. Then I like to relax, read a book, or go for a walk. Later, I have dinner and spend time with my family.
That sounds great. I normally go for a short jog after work, then prepare dinner and watch some videos to relax.
Using time expressions helps make your routine sound organized and natural. For example, in the evening, I. After work, I. Later, I.
Let's try connecting the morning, work, and evening routines in one smooth paragraph. In the morning, I wake up at 6:30, do some stretching, and have breakfast. I usually work from 8:30 to 5, attending meetings and completing tasks. In the evening, I relax, go for a jog, and spend time with my family.
Perfect. See how smoothly it flows? That's how you want your English to sound connected and natural.
Let's do a short dialogue practice. Emma, I'll ask, and you answer naturally. Emma, what do you usually do after work?
I usually relax, read a book, or go for a walk. Later, I have dinner and spend time with my family.
That's excellent. And sometimes, do you go out or watch a movie?
Yes. Sometimes I watch a movie or meet friends. It depends on the day.
Perfect. Notice how Emma used sometimes to vary the frequency words. It makes the speech dynamic and natural.
Exactly. And adding details like "it depends on the day" makes your English sound more realistic.
Another tip. Try to connect morning, work, and evening routines in one answer when someone asks about your day. This makes your English fluent and engaging.
Yes. For example, my typical day starts at 7 a.m. with coffee and breakfast. I work or study from 8:30 to 5, attending meetings and completing tasks. In the evening, I relax, go for a walk, and spend time with my family.
That's perfect. Keep practicing this flow, and soon you'll be able to describe your day naturally and confidently. Now let's do a full dialogue combining morning, work, and evening routines. Emma, I'll ask, and you answer naturally.
Sure, let's do it.
Emma, what's your typical day like?
I usually wake up at 7 a.m., brush my teeth, make coffee, and check my messages. I plan my day and start work or study at 8:30. I usually take a short break at 10:30. In the evening, I relax, read a book, go for a walk, and spend time with my family. Sometimes I watch a movie with friends.
That's perfect! And I usually wake up at 6:30, do some stretching, take a shower, have breakfast, and review my emails. I start work at 8:30, attend meetings, and focus on tasks. Later in the evening, I go for a jog, prepare dinner, and watch some videos to relax.
Excellent. Notice how we used frequency words, time expressions, and connecting sentences. It makes your routine smooth and natural.
Keep practicing by writing your daily routine and speaking it out loud every day.
Yes. And try to add small details like what you eat, where you go, or what you enjoy. It makes your English sound more engaging.
That's right. And remember, fluency comes with practice, not perfection.
So, if you enjoyed this lesson, subscribe to English Mastery Hub, give us a thumbs up, and leave a comment telling us about your daily routine.
Yes. Share this video with friends who want to speak English confidently and naturally.
Thank you for watching. Keep practicing every day, and see you in the next lesson.
Bye, everyone. Stay consistent and enjoy learning English.
Bye. Don't forget, small steps every day lead to big progress.